Hey, I am trying to go live on YouTube for the first time and see how this works. I've not done it before. I don't know if anyone will join. I didn't set it up and announce it, so it's possible I will have no one, and I'm just talking to myself, and that's fine. So, I'm Ginger Phoenix Live, and I am a abuse survivor, domestic violence survivor, um, specifically from a we'll say cluster B type personality disorder, husband of 12 years. He hasn't been officially diagnosed with narcissistic uh, disorder. However, I guess that's what people may understand as opposed to cluster B. He has been officially diagnosed with schizophrenia and may have other comorbidities. It's very hard to find those diagnoses, as many of you may know, but he tried to kill me a couple of years ago in November of 2020 on our anniversary. And I won't go into the story at this time. I might give you the whole story next time, or another time. But I've been really trying to navigate this whole trust issue thing that I felt post narcissistic abuse. I mean, if you know anything about it, this was a surprise to me. I thought I found my soulmate. I thought I found the man I was going to spend the rest of my life with. I loved him with all of my heart. And it was a very emotionally abusive relationship that had physical abuse as well, not as often. But the last time was the attempt to kill me, and he was charged with attempted felonious assault. So that's like the highlight of the story. But so, needless to say, so then after that, I had a lot of victim blaming going on, and I had a lot of people that said that they loved me, threw around that word quite a bit, that actually turned their backs on me hardcore. Um, it went really far, which is a topic for another day. So then, all these people that I was in relationships with continued to hurt me, and I'm like, is it me? Like, am I what? Am I weak? Am I the problem? What is it? So I went through all these stages, and at first I was angry. I told my story on my Facebook, Ginger Phoenix Live, and oh my gosh, the videos are embarrassing. And I was just like, how dare anybody, da da da. He did this and he did that. And can you believe what these people said? And I was just going nuts. I was so mad. I was like, I woke up on a different planet, and I was like, don't they understand what they're doing to me? Like, people kill themselves over this. I don't get what people are doing. And so then it was, okay, well, I guess this is people. People suck. Guess it's me against the world time. Dig in. Screw everybody else. I'm dying alone. Don't give a shit. So that was my life for a while. I guess I went through all these phases and was reading. I had to understand, learned a lot about narcissism and cluster B. Learned about, I had to figure out why did this happen to me? And dude, I can't take another one. I can't take another hit. It'll destroy me. It'll kill me. I definitely can't try to get into another relationship with somebody. And I was live, and I was, on Facebook, and I was singing and doing music, and um, had guys, I will treat you like a queen. Yeah, take that line somewhere else. Not gonna do it. So, and then I realized, gosh, I must, because I went through this phase of hey, you know what? I deserve it. I deserve everything I want. This is what I want, and I'm not settling until I get it. I made a list. I was like, the guy has to be kind, caring, like long term, not just I'm going to say this, and then 3 years later, bam, here we are. Surprise! I hate you, actually, and I want to kill you. No, I can't. So they're going to have to prove it. Words mean absolutely nothing to me. And I don't know how long it's going to take before they can prove it. I don't know. But, Nope, nobody's duping this girl again. I'm smarter, stronger, wiser. Mm-mm. So then it was like, okay, they have to fit everything in this list. They have to have money because I'm sick of working my butt off, and this guy wasn't working, taking all my money, spending it on everything, drugs, like $800 a month drug habit that I didn't know about because I was working, so I thought at least you could pay the bills. Mm-hmm. Wasn't a good steward. Mm. So then, so then it was like, um, giving him that power, and I kept giving him the power, and then it was like, I want somebody with money. I'm not selling, I want a rich guy. I want a guy that can take care of me. I don't have to work a day in my life if I don't want to, or I can. Or I can go to the gym, I can go tanning, I can eat bonbons all day. You know what? Pamper me. I want a guy that's going to pamper me for a minute. I need a rest. I need a rest. I need, like, I don't know, a year or two off. I really want to focus on my passion, which is music. I'm not getting a job. I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to make a living at music, which is what I love, because I deserve it. And he has to be hot. He has to be hot. He has to get my motor running. Like, but he can't be too hot because, like, I don't want all the girls. I can't have all the girls after him, and I can't have him being like, yeah, I look good, So I can't have him roaming or nothing like that. But I do want a guy that gets me going, hotness, and treats me like I deserve to be treated. Never abusive in any way. Verbally meant nothing. No abuse, no abuse. Zero tolerance for abuse. And I had 4 things. Like, if you're, these are my non-negotiables. You can never do these things to me. I won't tolerate it one day. Out of here. I am working on me and my self-worth, and I know my worth, and I deserve better. And so it kind of came across as a sense of entitlement, And then, you know, um, and then I was, I'm working on, a relationship with somebody. He fixed my piano, and I'm like, gosh, this guy is great. And then those things that you say, and he is great, but those things that you say that you're just like, just trust me. Have I ever given you a reason not to trust me? Just trust me. Oh, those are fighting words. Those are fighting words. So I thought, if I just am open and honest and say, I don't know that you shouldn't want a relationship with me because I am going to be selfish. I'm going to be difficult. I am not going to tolerate certain things. And if you want, I can't be relationshiped yet. I just got out of a 12-year marriage. That was emotionally abusive, and I need my autonomy. I need my freedom. Do not ever tell me what to do. You may make suggestions, but this is my life, my decisions, my choice. I live and die alone. Potentially, because, hey, shit happens, and the man of my dreams that I loved did what he did. Last person on earth that I thought ever would. So I had these hard non-negotiables. And I always heard people say, well, you only get what you allow. And that always confused me because I was like, I didn't think I was allowing him to do this to me for all these years. I didn't know really what was happening until my eyes were open because I was blind to a lot of it. I didn't get it. I didn't get the subtle little things. Now I see a lot of red flags, and I'm going to be looking for them, And what I realize is it's a true statement because if I have my non-negotiables, then I live with my non-negotiables. And then I compromise my non-negotiables, then I've just said that, well, they're not really non-negotiable. They're like, I might compromise because you did this for me and I like that, and let's barter, let's give and take. And so then I've just compromised on a non-negotiable. And I feel like my non-negotiables just seem like, don't ever tell me what to do. Don't try to control me in any way. Don't feed me a line, like tell me, words mean a lot to me. Say what you mean what you say. So don't lie to me. Like, don't say, I would never hurt you, babe, because you will. Don't say, I would never fight with you, babe, because you will. That's what relationships are. That's why I'm afraid as hell. And that's why I'm going to need you to sign here on this dotted line and agree to these terms and conditions prior to our attempted relationships. Yeah. So I realize that's strong. So then I'm like, gosh, I feel like that's too much. That's too much. Carrying on too strong. And it already caused a lot of like tension. And I was like, what? Like, I feel like, don't you know? Have we met? Do you know me? Didn't I tell you? Wasn't I honest? Didn't I say everything in detail of what happened to me? So, like, you know, I would like to, similar to probably how maybe a dog that was beat every day by a belt might react to a belt. Well, I'm saying, this is my belt. Don't, just don't do it, because like, it's gonna make me go crazy. And straight jacket time. So, you know, I realized I was getting hardcore. Hello, welcome, my viewer. Um, so anyway, so I'm like, I realized I'm coming on too strong. So then I'm like, maybe my walls are so fortified and strong, and I'm so afraid of getting hurt. And I said, my way or the highway, like these things are non-negotiable. Don't ever do this to me. Don't, or I won't. It's so strong that I'm never gonna really let anybody in. And I can, maybe that sounds bitchy, but damn it, I was abused, and I feel like I deserve to, I should be allowed to say these things, because I feel like these are like, don't control me, don't tell me what to do, don't treat me like lesser of a woman, treat me as an equal. I'll listen to you, but I might not agree with you, and I'm gonna ultimately make my own choice because it's my life. I don't know what to say. I'm not ready for marriage. I can't do this whole, like, let's see. Um, I don't know. I can go day by day. I can't necessarily see a long future with anybody. I just don't know, okay? Maybe today and tomorrow and the next day. But these long-term plans, no, can't do it. So anyway, and then I got burned even recently by one person that, of course, I never really trusted anyone fully yet, other than my daddy. And it's like, I let this one person in that I called best friend, because for 2 years, this person was only one that knew me, you know, before, like during the abuse. And and we weren't even really close friends, but all my friends had abandoned me. And well, you chose to stay, so take ownership there, Missy. Hey, I know you'd never done drugs before him. I know the first time you ever even smoked weed, you were 35 years old. But he didn't force those drugs down your throat now, did he? I mean, come on. And you could have left any time. And why didn't you choose you and the kids? I mean, I feel like you made your choice. Made your bed, sleep in it, lay in it. You, shut up. Um, why don't you go read on that and then come back to me? And also, let's not open your mouth again to another victim, okay? Because that's damaging. And a weaker person may kill themselves from people like you. Thank God. And it's not necessarily weakness. It's like, sometimes, some days you're just like, if I have to hear one more person blame me when he's a convicted felon for this, I might lose my shit. Because it's kind of like saying, well, you wore a short skirt and you thought you wouldn't get raped. They don't realize how stupid they sound, but it really does sound stupid, just common sense. Anyway, so back to relationships post-abuse. I'm navigating this, and I'm just like, and then I keep getting hurt left and right. And it's like, my best friend, who I thought was my best friend, come to find out, he was using me in order to make his love of his life jealous the entire time, and thought I was going to make it big in music, and he's always wanted to make it in music, and so he's going to write on those skirt tails and stuff, and was always kind and tender, and cried with me, and I would make him laugh so hard, and he'd be like, because I love to just have fun. I hate conflict and fighting. I just want to have a good time, man. Let's have a good time. I'm starting to kind of feel like maybe you aren't trying to hurt me. Huh, big mistake. And so then that hurt again. So I'm like, whoa, dude, I'm afraid to do any of this. So this is what I know. I feel as though I have to have a good balance. So I need to stop saying, I can't trust anybody again. And I can't go crazy when somebody says, just trust me, because I know that they're coming from maybe not a bad place, but I can't ever blindly trust. I feel like I can't blindly, no, I'll never blindly trust anybody, because like, that'd be dumb. It's like, hey, I think it's safe to go down this cliff. Why don't you guys follow me? Let's go. Okay. No, not gonna jump off the cliff, because you're gonna jump off the cliff and actually just grab that tree branch up there and the rest of us fell to our deaths. No, I'm gonna think for myself, because I do have a brain, but thanks for your advice, okay? Don't just say, just trust me. It has a negative reaction in my whole soul. And so when I tell people this, and then they do the opposite, and then they do these things that I say, these are things that will really cause me pain, because it takes me right back to being held prisoner. Well, also, I can't, I need freedom. I can't be isolated at all. So you can't tell me who I can and can't hang with if I choose to hang with anybody besides you, and hopefully to God I can trust somebody else besides you. But no, like if I want to go to my favorite city in the United States, Savannah, Georgia, with a girlfriend, I'm going, man, because I like girl trips. So your insecurity is not going to work for me either, you know. So it's just been really hard. But I think I have to, it's not really that I'm building walls, although I've always defined it as that. It's I'm trying to make to have the gift of discernment better, to have that discernment, which so far, I don't know what my score would be, but it's low. It's pretty bad. People that I thought would never hurt me have hurt me deeper than enemies have hurt me. People that have said, I love you, Shannon. I love you, Ginger Phoenix Live. I love you. What's love? Let's define that first of all. I don't know, maybe that's the thing. So then it's like, do I need to define that? Because I feel like let's not throw that word around. And if you love me, learn me. And then try. Okay. But anyway, but I did learn about that whole non-negotiable thing. And I am allowing the abuse if what triggers the abuse in me and makes me feel like a piece of shit and takes me right back there is what they're doing. And I say, okay, okay, but did you really, okay, well, let me explain it again. Let me explain it this way. And then they do it again. Okay, I'll give you that one, but come on, dude, like, get this. So I've allowed it. So I guess it's, am I going to allow it? Am I going to allow it a little? Am I going to allow it a lot? So I have to decide if things are truly non-negotiable. Same thing for the other person, because I'm not the only one that gets to make all the decisions. So can they be with me? Can they handle this? And then what are their non-negotiables, and can I handle that? Is it like something that I can handle, right? I'm not going to be able to fill that for you. I love you. Thanks for the times we've had. I don't think I'm the person you're looking for. Just want to be honest. So, yeah, and I think that's okay. So that's it. I think what me because then I've compromised myself. So again, I've allowed this behavior that I think is terrible. And same for me. It goes two ways. So if I can't, then I need to just say I can't. And it's not fair for them to expect me to change. So one thing, I should say is, I'm sorry, you know, if somebody says, well, I thought you'd be better by now and you'd be able to handle this thing that was on your non-negotiable list. Did I say I could? Did I say I changed my mind? That's why I'm trying to be as clear as I possibly can so you can clearly make a decision if I'm worth it for you. And I haven't changed my mind. I don't know if I ever will. I can't promise you that. So I'm telling you, can you handle it? And it's not fair for the other person to expect me to change because it's not something that they like in me. So you gotta take me for me, or you gotta leave me for me, because I gotta be me and I gotta be true. So those are things I'm learning, and that feels good to learn that. Like, I'm worth more. I'm worth what I allow. I'm worth everything. I don't need to be treated like a queen. Some people hated their queens, Some queens are good, some queens are popular. Why do people say that? I'll treat you like a queen. Oh, you? What if I'm an evil queen? Would you like me then? What if I'm the queen of hearts? Off with your head. You don't know me. You don't know me. Did you say that? Let me take you out to dinner. I'll treat you like, oh, you. Have we talked? Do you know me? I truly am a nice person most of the time, but there are some times where I'll be not so nice if, I'll react. So anyway, what else have I learned? I feel like it's not, I need to rephrase and retrain my brain. Like, I don't have trust issues. I'm trying to learn discernment so that these relationship decisions go better for me. And I don't make as many mistakes with my heart and with people to keep allowing myself to be broken. And, thank God I'm through the abuse. Thank God I'm through all the stages that I went through of the pain and the trauma and I don't think I could ever survive without him and all of that. I'm going to wonder what he's doing and how do you move on? What? Is he going to move on? I don't care. That's great. That's so great. It's a good feeling. And I'm stronger. I'm so much stronger. But now I'm trying to ease off on the strong a little tiny bit because I do want love, but I have to make sure that it's the right love. And I have to make sure that I'm taken care of and I'm not compromising those non-compromisable things that would open me up for abuse and those red flags just because I'm impatient and I want to be held and loved so much. I gotta learn to be okay with me and comfort myself and be happy with me, and I'm getting so much better already. So, and sometimes people aren't in your life forever, and that's okay too. So, I think for me, it's about giving myself permission to take time. To take time. That trust is earned with me. It should be earned. And it should be earned from for red flags, you'll find them. Gosh, but what, am I supposed to ignore them? What the hell did I go through all that shit for then? Aren't we supposed to learn from the shit that happens in our lives and take something from that so it doesn't happen again, hopefully? That's what I thought we were all here for, to grow and learn, huh? Yeah. So I'm not going to let people say that to me either. So I think that I wrote this down, kindness is what I want and really need. And has to be proven over time, not over a month or two or the same day. Kindness, compassion, reciprocity, respect, self-worth. I have a voice and it should be heard. And gosh, if you hear me, man, I don't know, maybe I'll fall hard if you do all these things. Maybe I won't. I don't know. And not to settle. Try not to settle. And it's hard for two damaged people to be together, I think. I've had some damaged people too. And damaged people need to support each other, but also try to understand each other's damage might be different. So if you've been cheated on, you're going to have a fear of somebody cheating. You might become so clingy that you really make the other person feel claustrophobic that's just trying to feel free for the first time. So that's another rope to fucking walk, I guess. It's difficult. So I think I need somebody that's not really insecure, or they need to understand that they're showing signs of insecurity, and that's not going to work for me either, because I really need to be allowed to have friends, and even guy friends, maybe other guy friends and stuff like that. I can't be, don't cage me. Can't do that. So they have to be authentic, so they aren't threatened in any way. I think discernment is a better thing than lacking trust. I like that word better. And I'm just trying to learn how to take my time and learn how to be alone, gosh, without having panic attacks. So those are getting farther between, and my comfort is getting more. So that's what I've been learning from trying relationships with anybody that I've tried with, which has been 2 people, 3 people, 4. No, I don't even know. I guess it's how you categorize your people. Not very many. Yeah. It's just hard. It's just hard. It's hard to navigate it. So as I'm learning, I'll just kind of chat you up, I guess, and let you know if I learned anything or what my thoughts are. And you can say I'm crazy or whatever if you choose to comment. Or, hey girl, you're on the right track, keep going. Those would be great. I would love some words of encouragement from people sometimes, Not that I need it. I've learned to, hey, I can look in the mirror and I know who I am, regardless of what anybody says. That's a great lesson I learned post-abuse. Wow, I quite literally do not care what anyone else thinks of me whatsoever. Your opinion of me has no bearing on who I am. Who I am is who I am. And if I'm good with who I am, then that's all that matters. If you have a problem with me, then I guess you don't have to try to, I don't know, be around me or look at me or whatever you want to do. Move on, bro. So, okay. Well, you guys that ended up watching this, I hope you have, maybe if you've been a victim in any way, that maybe some of the things I'm trying to learn might help you along. Yeah, because it's hard. And hey, victims need to stick together. So I'm here for any victims out there that need to just chat with somebody. Especially, gosh, so many people that don't believe you or blame you or turn their backs on you or, yeah, pretend to be your friend and are your enemy. Gosh, wow. If you need somebody, I'm here. I am definitely here. I don't care. I will talk to you. And I will listen and I'll believe you. And that's all we got to do. And if you aren't a victim yourself and you're watching this, there's a good chance that someone in your life is or has been. And so if they reach out to you and let you know, just listen to them. And please don't turn your back on them. Please listen to them. Please don't blame them for any of it. Even if they fought back sometimes, even if they have a mouth sometimes, because I do, and I have, don't do that. Because just because they fight back doesn't mean they're not a victim. Okay? So anyway, love each other, care for each other, learn some shit, and I hope you guys have a good day. Later. I can turn this off now. Huh? All right.